Listen, guys, Alex Angelo with you. Welcome to my channel and my page. Please don't forget to subscribe and push that like button for me if you found this reading relevant. So today, of course, what we're going to do, just like every night, we're doing our nightly or daily, as you would like, tarot reading. So for this case, I'm using my guardian angel, basically question decks. Let's see what the higher spirits want you to know. So the card I'm picking up from here, it is, will I win this case? Will I win this case? So at this point, I don't know whether you can see it or not. Will I win this case? So this can, well, by saying the case, of course, we don't only mean the kind of a low chord or everything else like this. Like, this can be relevant to all the questions that you have. Like, will I win this game that or this race, or will I win this, like, I don't know, championship if you're going on a sports level? Will I win this relationship? Will things go the way that I want them to go? So basically, this is the source of the question. Will I win this case? But of course, if you're dealing also with some sort of low chord card a bit, but then you can also take it relevant in that case as well. So for this reading, guys, I'm offering actually, I'm going to be using the combination of two decks, which is one of my favorite tarot decks, Tarot Rider-Waite deck, and the other one is the Madame Lenormand alt style of French Sevilla deck. So let's see. Will you be able to win this case? Okay, the first card just dropped down. Let's see which card dropped. That is a good natural thing when it happens. So this is Two of the Wands. Okay, so let's pick up now the second card so that we can say what it's all about. The second card is Six of the Swords. And the third one is basically the confirmation of the answer. It is the Highest Priestess. So we're going to start first with the card of the Two of the Wands. So Two of the Wands is clearly saying is that you are really moving and thinking in the direction of your goals, and it seems like you might have some sort of kind of confidence about the situation inside as well. Regardless, it could be an intuitive kind of that confidence, or is it like something that is coming from the perspective of your situation. But however, this card is also advising us to pre-plan ourselves, like to plan all of our actions in this certain situation. If you're trying to win somebody's heart, and if you want to win in this case, then you should be probably thinking and making a plan of how to be able to make it step by step in order to be able to make that person get into or be into you eventually. Or if this is about the business, then you should pre-plan the business plan in advance. Try to plan them in advance, try to analyze the situation. Do not take no random or irrational or emotional actions. That's what this card is trying to tell us in general. The second card is actually telling us a good news, because the good news, it means that basically walking away from the problems. So if this is the situation again, you were thinking about how to be able to win this situation, and with the first card together saying us that we have to pre-plan every step that we're doing. At the same time, it means these steps that we're going to be thinking about, that we're going to be probably using and analyzing in advance, will be able to help us to move away from the problems. At the end of the day, if it's about the relationship, you can find yourself that you probably found some sort of solution and you're moving towards that solution. As well as sometimes in some cases, if the relationship went up to such a point that it becomes unbearable and there's only toxicity left in the relationship, then probably the other recommendation of the card would be for you to move on from this, but not for the sake of, like, not just for the sake of hurting another person, not for the sake of just kind of doing it out of spite, but in fact thinking about yourself, about your mental health, and about your physical health, because it might be eventually affecting you in that way as well. And more likely, because of the first card is actually a positive card, then we can take it like the pre-planning will help you to move forward and, getting rid of the problems and actually being able to achieve what you want to achieve. So the next and the last card is the Highest Priestess. The Highest Priestess is one of the very important decks, I would say, that was a major arcanas in tarot deck, and one of the purposes of the Highest Priestess telling us that to follow our dreams, to follow our intuition in the way of following our dreams. So try to be more intuitively tuned in with your situation so that it can actually help you to benefit from the situation. Listen to your heart and then start rationally pre-planning every action, like choose your tactics, and at this point then start moving forward with that plan gradually and slowly. And if you are going to also include and use your intuition in this case, it seems like the situation is going to be one in your favor. Now we're picking up the advice cards from the Lenormand deck to see what the Lenormand deck is trying to tell us through the higher spirit. So the first card is the Stork. Stork is definitely telling us about the new beginnings and the change that is coming, actually. So with the first card of the Tarot, and if we put these cards together, it seems like actually our plans and our strategy or our thoughts or pre-planning will help us to create the changes and to start the beginnings. And of course, the next card is kind of confirming that we're moving into the new beginnings and we're moving into the new perspective of the situation. Let's see also what the Lenormand card says. So the letter in this Lenormand deck usually means about the news, about expecting some sort of news, and probably if we put these two cards together, we can say that actually we are going to be able to hear some sort of news, maybe from a distance, from someone from a distance, if this is somehow relevant to the situation, if it's maybe just a long distance relationship, or again, if it is something to do with someone who is not around you, but like kind of in some sort of distance. So there might be actually some sort of news coming from a distance for you, so that you also know, but also this news can be the beginning of this new change. And this news can be such a positive news, considering that Stork is considered a positive card in the Lenormand deck. So at this point, we can say that actually some good news will also confirm your movement forward towards your goal. And the next one and the last card of the Madame Lenormand deck is going to be the Star. The Star is actually telling us, just like in the Tarot deck, it is confirming that our hopes are coming true. And with the combination of the Highest Priestess card, this card is clearly telling us that if we're going to actually follow the voice of our inner heart, inner self, then you're most likely going to be able to achieve your goals and your hopes are going to come true together. So listen to your inner voice as well. Put that together with your rational mind. Pre-plan every of your steps, and then you're going to start seeing little changes. And once you start pushing for changes, you will eventually be able to get rid of the problem and actually win the situation and make everything be in your own favor. Thank you guys. Thanks a lot for joining my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and push that button, like button for me. And I'm going to see you here tomorrow again. Have a blessed night.